Callahan saw a few more minutes last night, played a pretty vital role on the PK. What did you see from him last night that allowed you to give him a little more time?
Yeah, predictability. I think that he played a very reliable, responsible game for us, which is what we were looking for. Good reads, smart plays, good decisions with the puck. Just a really good basic stay-at-home kind of game, protect the net front. Things that he's been doing well in Providence. He was able to bring that up here last night. So I thought he had a good game last night for us. Yeah.
Was the plan to use him a lot on the PK?
It was.
Okay.
It was. Yeah, I think that, you know, we have to give other guys some opportunities too, where we're at, and based on the game before, and it was a good night to give him a look and see what he could do. And like I said, I thought he responded well there too in the PK.
With Hampus, it's been a little while, and Charlie lately. Have you seen any change in Carlo's game? Has he adjusted his minutes or his style at all?
No, I think his minutes have been roughly the same off the top of my head. But we don't, I said this, I believe I said this yesterday, we don't want guys to change their game based on who's in and who's out of the lineup. You know, Brandon or Z, whoever it is. We want guys, even though we're missing, let's say, McAvoy and Lindholm, you know, maybe your role has changed as far as you might get a little bit more ice time or, you know, different responsibility, but you have to play your game. And that's the most important thing for us, is just play your game, do what makes you successful. You've been doing it for a long time in this league, so we don't want them to change that.
What do you count on him for?
To be really good defensively. That's his game, right? His job is to shut down lines, shut down the opposition, keep the puck out of our net. Number one, that's his number one priority. He's a defender, and that's what we expect from him.
When Zadorov and Peak are together, what do you like about that combination? How do you like to use them?
Well, we've been running pairs around a little bit lately, but with Zaddy and Peak, I think it gives us the option. One option it gives us is if it's an offensive zone faceoff, you know, we can put both guys out there in that situation. We don't just have to use them in D-zone starts, which I think complements those guys. They just seem to mesh well. They're both physical players. They're both hard. Zaddy has the ability, obviously, when he's on his game, to move the puck efficiently. Peaker's kind of your basic, you know, security blanket. He stays at home. But what I do like about his game is he's been more active, you know, especially in the offensive zone. We encourage our D at times to be pinching down the walls, keeping the plays alive in the offensive zone. He has the ability to do that. He's been making good reads there. So, you know, like I said, I think that the both of them have just kind of been feeding off each other fairly well here.
How have you seen Elias Lindholm handle the move to the third line? And did you have to talk to him about, you know, playing that?
Yeah, we're looking for a little bit more balance, too, on all three lines. We've talked about that. He's handled it fine, you know. We feel like with last night it was Vinny and Freddie on his flanks. Vinny had some speed to that line, which is good. Like I've said this before, through the neutral zone. He can carry some pucks through the neutral zone. Just create a little bit more anxiety on the opposition by utilizing his speed. But, you know, Lindy's still, he's on our top pair in the penalty kill. He's on the first power play unit still. So it's about, you know, we feel like Matty was a good fit right now with Coyle and Marsh. But we get later in the game, we're up a goal. Now Lindy's back up there with those two guys. We're trying to protect the lead. So it's all about what's best for the team. That's how we look at it right now.
Joe, you guys get to this point in the season. How do you get these guys conditioning-wise at their peak every single day before a game? Because you have so many games in the span of 4 days. It's just, I would assume, a lot to handle in January.
Yeah, it's rest, and it's the balance between rest and recovery versus getting them on the ice. It's that fine line. You know, we play 3 games in 3.5 days, basically, right? We were off the day before the New Jersey game. So we just look at the schedule. We map everything out. We have a plan in place. We try to stick with it as much as possible, what we think is best for the players. It's hard today. It's one of those tricky days where you play back-to-back. But, you know, it was a light skate. We had a lot of bodies out there today. It was 25 minutes. It was more of a flush for the guys. They'll hopefully feel better for that for tomorrow afternoon. I believe, you know, looking ahead, Sunday's an off day. So it's the schedule is what it is, right? Every team deals with it. It's a condensed schedule now because of the long break that we have during the season, the 2-week break. So everybody has to deal with it, and you just plan it out accordingly and hope that it works out best for your team.
Is Kepke an option for tomorrow?
He could be. I have to talk to the medical staff today. He could be an option as well.
Is McAvoy got to back off a little bit on his work?
No, I think it's.
He skates today?
He didn't skate today, but the plan is the same. He's been off, you know, this was probably a schedule or a maintenance day off for him today. But he's getting closer to, but we'll reevaluate again after tomorrow's game and see where everyone's at.
Back to back and then come out here for practice, you know, how does your body respond after that?
I think it's just one of those things where you want to get up and get moving, especially with the game early tomorrow. You know, obviously whenever you play back-to-back in this league, it's a tough couple days, but you know, just get in here. Obviously to get a win last night was huge, and bring the mood up a little bit, so it makes it a little easier to wake up and get to work today.
The scouting report on the Avalanche, and what do you take from an October matchup? Anything at all? Or?
You know, it's a long time ago, but I mean, I remember we played a good game against them, good solid game, and you know, we know the skill and what they're capable of over there. They're a great team, and you know, just try to keep building on what we did towards the end of the game yesterday, and you know, keep building a good 200-foot game, and the offense will come if we take care of our end.
It feels like consistency is a key word with this team, especially this time of year with so many guys coming in and out of injury. You guys feel like you found some consistency in at least the style of hockey that you want to play?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're still growing into that. But you know, I think we know what we need to do night in, night out. I think it's just about executing our game plan and being able to kind of fall back on that if you know we get into trouble. So just try not to stray too far away from what we know and what our strengths are as a team.
What are you guys seeing from Pasta and what's giving him that edge right now?
I mean, Pasta's Pasta. I see what he does every day. I think everybody, you know, you just see what he does with the puck, and I think he's just, you know, getting back to, you know, playing without, you know, thinking too much and making the easy play. And I think, you know, when you do that, things start to open up, and you see his skill set really start to shine. So he's a special player, and you know, me especially, lucky to share the ice with him, and you know, just try to get open for him in the right spots.
Pretty obvious he came up as the center, huh? The way that he can dish the puck.
I mean, it's crazy. Some of the things that he does is like, I think we're all good players in this league, and we can only dream of the stuff that doing what he does. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
You joked last night that he makes you out sometimes, but on the flip side of that, did you have to learn not to defer to a player like that when you have to?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want to give him the puck all the time. You want to have it on his stick, but you know, teams know he's one of the best players in the ice all the time, and they're going to try their best to take it away. So definitely something you got to learn, especially playing with him for a little longer. You start to you know, take shots on your own or try to make plays without him, because I think when you start to do that, it opens him up even more. And when you pick your spots like that, I think, you know, it makes it easier to get him the puck in that case for sure.
And Mike, just you know, a couple games under your belt now in the NHL. More of a, I know it's a small sample size, more of a comfort level.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you know, getting like a week, 8 days in between games, you know, was good for me. I think just watching, getting to watch from afar a bit. You know, take some notes from my first game, and you know, the guys in here are great, make me feel comfortable right away. So, and then like playing with guys like Peeker and Carlo last night, they help out a lot too. So, yeah, it's been good.
What were some of the notes that you took from game 1 to game 2 that you might be able to share?
Yeah, I think just you know, trusting my defensive instincts out there, like trusting my feet and my gaps, and you know, playing against that next level skill level up from the AHL is a bit different. So, you know, just trusting my instincts and defending how I know I can.
How much should getting all that PK time help your confidence?
Yeah, it helps a lot. I mean, it's a role I've kind of been doing for a while now in Providence. It's something I take a lot of pride in, and I know I can go out there and do a job. So, getting that time yesterday, especially late in the game, it helps a lot. Yeah.
Had a busy week for you guys. How are you guys handling this many games in this short amount of time?
I think just try and take care of the bodies as best you can, and I think just show up and do whatever it takes to kind of get yourself mentally and physically ready to play. 3 games in 4 days, obviously it's tough, but just do whatever it takes.
A few games now with Marchand and Coyle. How do you feel that's going?
I think it's good. I think we're building some good things and creating offense, and I feel like last game we had some really good looks, just didn't capitalize. But it's just
a little bit of feistiness from you last night. Was that kind of a conscious effort, or just how things played out?
I think just trying to get in the game early. It's back to back, so just maybe just trying to hit somebody and get into the game, and I don't know.
How do you feel like your game and your body's responding to this NHL workload night in and night out?
I felt pretty good. It's only been a few games, but I feel like I'm just trying to do my best to just do the right things every day so I can feel ready to play every night. And my body's felt pretty good. Obviously, I'm pretty young, so I feel pretty good.
Any of the guys you look to in this locker room to kind of take example of, okay, this is how I get through this?
A guy like Cassie's always in the gym. Marshy always doing the right things. Those types of guys. You always see him in the gym after games, cool downs, getting a workout in or something like that. So just look to them to kind of model that behavior. And I think big thing is just stretching, rolling out, and trying to make your legs feel good.
Jumping into some power play time, what would make you an effective power play player in the NHL?
I think I'm an offensive-minded guy, and for me, being on the second year, maybe don't get as much time, obviously. So I think just want to be direct, and I think I have the ability to do that, and just be direct and shoot the puck. And I think offensive-minded guy, smart guy, and I can kind of play in all scenarios. So
Do you have to sometimes remind yourself, to have that shot mentality versus always trying to look to maybe make a pass at somebody else?
For me, I've always been kind of a playmaker, so people always tell me to shoot the puck, and shooting the puck will open up other things. So the last few games, just trying to be direct and put it on net, and shoot the puck more. My parents are always all over me saying shoot the puck. They stop looking around. But I'm a pass first guy, but